Hello, my name is Angela Jens. I'm a counselor in Lethbridge, Alberta, and today I want to talk with you a little bit about goals. Oftentimes at the beginning of a new year, many people are exploring resolutions and specific goals that they have for that next year period of time to accomplish for themselves personally or even for their business. The first thing I do want to mention though is that really it's been an interesting year, and so if you are not feeling like making these big goals, that's okay, and I think it is all right to shift things a little bit this year and look at things a little bit differently. A way to kind of still have goals maybe is to identify maybe tiny goals or smaller goals that maybe seem a little bit more realistic so that you feel like they're a little bit more achievable. There's 3 different tips I want to share with you guys just to create some awareness around goals. The first thing I want to share with you is SMART goals. This came from George Doran. It's from 1981. It has been slightly revised so that it's more goal specific over time, but it's a really great way at looking specifically at goals and creating them. So the acronym stands for specific is S, M is measurable, A is achievable or attainable. I like to think of this one as kind of realistic, even though it doesn't match with the A. R is relevant, and T is time-bound. Here's an example of one for myself that I have, and it is, I will wake up at 5:30 a.m. at least 3 times a week. This for me it's very specific, so I'm able to think about how I'm going to specifically accomplish it. It's measurable because I can say I have done this 3 times a week or I haven't. It is achievable because it's something that I have done in the past and it's not brand spanking new. It's also relevant because for me, I really appreciate having that time in the morning before my kiddos wake up to spend by myself doing the things that I want. Maybe it's exercising or meditating or enjoying a cup of tea or just taking some extra time to just relax. So that's one way of looking at goals and creating your goals. 2 tips that I have for kind of implementing some new goals relate to some really neat TED Talks that I've watched in the past. The first one is the 30-day challenge. So doing something new for 30 days. And maybe it's you want to meditate, you want to learn how to meditate as a goal, or you want to do yoga, or you want to learn a new recipe, different things like that. Trying to do that for 30 days in a row. You have a very specific timeline that you have. It only has to be for those 30 days, so if you don't want to keep doing it after that, you don't have to. But it can be kind of a fun way of challenging yourself to do something new just for that 30-day period of time. And the beautiful part about it is, let's say something like meditation. I did this as a 30-day challenge many moons ago, and it actually made it so that I learned how to meditate, and now I love it, and it's something that I use frequently. The other one I want to share with you is from a TED Talk by BJ Fogg. You can check that out, just give it a Google. And this one, he talked about when introducing a new habit to actually tag it onto an old habit, and it makes it so much easier to actually bring this new habit into fruition. So how it works is, let's say I want to drink more water. So I already get up in the morning and shut off my alarm, and so the first thing that I'm going to do is I will shut off my alarm and then I will take a big drink of water. So I've attached a new habit onto an old habit, and that's just one way or just an example of how you could use that one. So I hope this was helpful. I will put a couple podcast episodes that I've really appreciated on this topic in the description below, but I think it can be really helpful to just come up with some different ways and different ideas of exploring implementing new habits and new goals. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more tips and tricks on ways to support you and your family.